Modern monetary theory is the subject of a long-running dispute. On one side, there are those who argue that governments first create money and collect back the surplus through tax, so as to prevent inflation. The counter is that governments tax first and then spend it. It's not a new controversy. When asked whether it is lawful to pay tax to Caesar, Jesus asks, "Whose image is on the denarius?" and replies, "Render unto Caesar." Historically, even in the days of gold and silver coins, the value of the metal was always less than the coin's face value. This is the MMT argument in a nutshell. Coin was paid to legionaries who spent it into the economy. Taxes could be paid only with the coin stamped with the head of the Caesar. This created demand for the official money. However, Caesar's mint must have got the gold from somewhere in the first place. It starts to look like a chicken and egg argument. Some people confuse the issue by referring to MMT as both a theory and a policy. They are two different things. The theory explains how it works. As a policy, it seems to be an argument for a spending spree. Either way, there's a need for a robust tax system, and that is just what we don't have. Most taxes today in most countries of the world are charged on wages, goods and services. This sets up a death spiral. Put simply, economic activity which would be viable in the absence of the tax is tipped into the red and doesn't happen. It isn't worth going to work if it doesn't pay. It isn't worth running a business at a loss. It isn't worth employing people if they can't add enough value to cover the costs of their labour, which include tax. This sets up a vicious spiral where economic activity shrinks while welfare costs grow. In engineering, it would be called a positive feedback loop. Positive feedback loops are unstable. In Britain, it started in 1945. All governments have assumed that taxes should mostly be charged on wages, goods and services. It looks as if we could now be heading for the final implosion. There are bigger things to worry about than a chicken and egg debate.